All right, the next lecture. There's the Vatican again. In persona Christe capitis. Why is it important to, first of all, say in persona Christe capitis? First of all, it's important that we add another word to be more specific, remember, because it's not that a priest doesn't act in persona Christe, it's that so do all the baptized. If you're a member of the body of Christ, of course you act in persona Christe. Maybe to torture the metaphor a little, you might act in the person of Christ the toe, or in the person of Christ the stomach, okay? And the person acts in persona Christe capitis. So part of this is to reverence and acknowledge the work that all the people of God do, all the baptized do in the name of Christ. But then why in persona Christe capitis in specific? The head, Christ the head. What does the head do? Well, we haven't really defined it. It seems obvious enough, but of course, since it's not absolutely defined, it could change at some point. But it seems like what that gets to is Christ being head of the church. Paul seems to be saying, the metaphor comes from Paul, that Christ is head of the church as in leads the church. The intelligence, the direction comes from Christ, and Christ is therefore at the top in that sense. And so, to be ordained a priest, or more fully a bishop, is to be in the person of Christ, the leader of the church. So not necessarily the one out doing the work of the church, but the one guiding the work of the church and making sure that the church is on track. That's the work of the ordained leadership, not to do the work of the church. And that was a problem with the Catholic action question. In Catholic action, there was a sense, or it was stated that the laity now participate in the work of priests and bishops. Well, no, the work belongs to the whole church. The priests and bishops, their work is guiding the church, but the work that Jesus really wants done is a transformation of the world, and the feeding of the poor, and the healing of the sick. And that's the work of the whole church, not properly the bishop's work that the laity participate in. So that was that Catholic action question and how that comes in. There was one more piece, and I'm trying to think of it, but